morning. Today is day 5. Today's gonna be a very big day because today is our only day going to Animal Kingdom. We have a lot planned today. We're gonna go to Pandora, Avatar, really enjoy a lot there. We're gonna be doing a lot of other stuff there, maybe some shows here and there, lots of rides, and just definitely a big day. I will say, compared to the other parks, they do close very, very early. They don't really have any big shows. So hopefully we'll be back here about 5, 6 p.m. maybe. It's currently 7 in the morning, the earliest we have to wake up for a park. But tonight should be very, very fun. We have we have a dining reservation tonight, which will be very, very fun at the hotel. And yeah, before we do go ahead and get on the bus to Animal Kingdom, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you do not miss our video, and please like this video. I'll see you guys when the bus gets here. All right, we just got on. All right, we just got in. Let's go ahead and scan our tickets and go through security. All right, we just did half of it. Now we're getting into this zone, and this looks really, really cool. Just check that out. Very, very cool entrance. Now there's a giant lamp blocking half of it, but very, very cool front. Check out that water right there. Yeah, check out all these duck exhibits. Nice waterfall. Good exhibit for the beautiful ducks. Oh, there's a baby duck too. Check that out. That is insane. Now that is a big tree. Really cool. That tree was actually built on an oil rig, and that's really how they built the structure, because when the Imagineers built the tree, they had no clue how to build a structure at that scale to support something at that scale, so the oil rig really came in handy there. Now that is pretty cool. Those trees are really nice. Some rocks down there. A lot of history on those waters, but stuff on opening day. Those are pretty cool too. Oh, we're now in Pandora. You can look at the ground and see artwork too. But this is gonna look pretty cool. Now this is so cool. Absolutely incredible. How did Imagineers even begin to build something like that? Absolutely insane. Now that is insane. Just check that out. Oh, great. And here is the line. What does it say? A 65-minute wait? That's not horrible. Last time we were here, like 5 years ago, we had to wait like 3 hours for it, and it was brutal. But yeah, that's insane. All right, and we did buy fast passes for this, so this should be really, really good. Very, very excited about this, but check out that view. All right, we just scanned in right there with our magic bands. Now we can bypass this hour and 5 minutes wait and basically get a walk on, which is very, very nice. But lots of great stuff. Really love the planting and all sorts of stuff. The beauty of all this nature, it's great. Check this out. Super cool. That is insane. What a view.
Do I need to take pictures of you?
Yeah, it's super nice. Now this just room is absolutely insane. You can see a little part of it, but wow. Oh, we're getting a behind tour of everything. This is pretty cool. We're gonna bypass the entire crowd, but check out the ceiling. All right, we're going into 4. Here we go. This is gonna be very, very, very cool.
Prepare pressure doors.
Systems ready.
Hi, and welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, riding on the back of a Banshee by being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Na'vi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. Okay, to get you flying on a Banshee, we need to find each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling.
I'm on it.
Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and fly. Help us out and move around a bit. Almost. Yes, got him. Now, let's find you your avatar matches. Alright, you've all been matched with avatars. Looks like they're ready for you in the next room. When the door opens, please go inside, all the way in, and stand over the same number that you're standing over now. And I'll see you in there. This piece by Dr. Ogden, who runs the program.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an Ikran, or as we call it, a Banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Na'vi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you.
Always remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikran. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Na'vi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense, but trust your guide and be brave. As the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Siva Ko, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
All right, you ready?
The floor will move with you for the next 4.5 minutes. If you have a fear of heights, prone motion sickness, or unable to remain seated the entire time, you are able to opt out in the next room. My 1 through 8 go ahead and follow me. 9 through 16 follow right after them. So 1 through 8.
Durante toda esta experiencia deberán permanecer sentados. Inclinar sus
Alright, I am not going to be filming on this, so I'll see you guys after we're done with this incredible ride. Alright, we just finished on the ride. It's such an incredible experience. Strongly recommend you guys to do that. It was just the experience is unreal, absolutely. Yeah, check out that waterfall over there. That is absolutely insane. We have a lot planned. I have no clue what we're doing next, so I'll see you guys on the next update. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. What a view. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, the ride was super, super fun. The gift shop was really, really cool too. Completely forgot to film, but that restaurant is pretty good. Looks really, really cool indoors too. But now we're gonna head over to the next ride, which is gonna be the Na'vi River Adventure, which is a really, really, really fascinating ride to really go on the boat ride through Pandora, which is absolutely incredible. So those fast passes are in a few minutes. I have no clue how long, but I guess I'll see you guys in a second. That is insane. Yeah, check that out. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and scan and get in for the fast passes. There we go. Now all we have to do, walk through this incredible queue and get on these river boats. Aren't they lights?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, little waterfalls there. Wow, look at those rock formations right there. Those are pretty cool. And now we go indoors for this really cool. Oh my goodness. Wow. And it feels incredible today. It feels really, really good. It's not too hot, but that's also a portion of the fact that it's not too really late in the day yet. It's just still very early. It's like 9 a.m. So definitely fun.
Attention, we have encountered.
Alright, we just got off that great ride. Now we're gonna head over across Animal Kingdom over to Kilimanjaro's safaris. That's gonna be very fun. We did something kind of like that yesterday in a way. Jungle Cruise, except being on a boat, you're still kind of looking at really cool stuff. But the thing that's different about this is we're actually going on a safari that feels like it, and we're actually looking at real life animals, which is an incredible experience. It's a must do if you guys are in Animal Kingdom. So that fast pass is for about a little less than an hour, so we're just gonna have to kind of stall, walk around, have some fun, and then yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, we're gonna get some snacks. All right, we got the churro. Looks good. All right, we've been stalling for about 30 minutes, and yeah, it really was fun. Just kind of hanging out, talked, ate that incredibly tasty churro. But now we're getting in for Lightning Lane. You can see it right behind me, and just check this ride out. This is one of my favorite rides in Animal Kingdom. All right, here we go. Yeah, check this out. Oh, that's kind of cool. Lots of people in Fast Pass. Lots and lots. Oh, that was cool.
We are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicles, and I wanted to make certain I told you about our loading procedures before you actually enter the loading.
Everybody, my friends, Kimberly Desvino, welcome on board.
I mean, thank you in Swahili. Hello, my name is Kat, and I'll be taking you through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, my friend, since this reserve is home to the animals we're gonna be seeing, that means we gotta go over a couple of house rules. Now, first things first. The Okapi are very shy forest animals. They spend so much time hiding in the forest. We're actually not sure how many Okapi there are in the world. But one thing we do know about them, the Okapi is the only living relative to a giraffe. Now those black rhinos, they're hanging out near each other, but they are kind of separated. The black rhinos are very solitary. They do prefer their alone time. As far as rhinos go, the black rhino is one of the smaller subspecies of horns, but male bongo is quite a bit larger and a much darker red coat color. For the greater kudu, only the males are going to have horns. The females don't have any. Horns for the males are there. I'm hoping we're going to find a few more hippos as we keep moving along, so I'm going to keep telling you about the big white birds. They're called paint-backed pelicans. They get that name because during their mating season, feathers on their backs turn a very light shade of pink. Pink-backed pelicans are colonial nesters, which means they nest in grouped pairs. Anywhere from 20 to 500 pairs will nest together. But they're actually not very good at it. They'd much rather just run along the bottom of the riverbed floor. In fact, the word hippopotamus actually translates to river horse. Great big teeth, definitely not vegetarians. To the left, I see a Nile crocodile. Now, crocodiles have one of the most powerful bite forces in the animal kingdom. To about 16 feet long, they can weigh up to about 500 pounds. They can eat about half their body weight in a single sitting. But they also use their great big powerful jaws to carry their others. My mom is 16 to 20 feet tall. But a pretty cool thing about giraffes, they actually have the same number of vertebrae in their neck as we have in ours. We have 7 cervical vertebrae. They also have 7 cervical vertebrae. But theirs are quite a bit bigger than ours. Another thing the giraffe has is those are sable antelope. Sable antelope are the icon here at the Harambe Reserve. That is the animal that you saw depicted on the sign as you can defend themselves against a predator. You see Ankoli cattle hanging out on our left as well. Now back in Africa, they are not used for market. They're actually seen as a symbol of wealth. A couple more giraffes coming up ahead on the right side. Now I would love to tell you that coming up a little further on our right side, there's a very small giraffe, but he's like that beat dog. The wildebeest are the second most densely populated animal, only second to us humans. They're a little different. Horns on the female eland are a little longer, a little thinner. They'll curve very slightly through. They also have some pretty vibrant blue and red coloring on their faces. I know a lot of times we think of dogs showing their teeth, we see that as a sign of aggression, but when the males do it, it's actually a sign of friendliness. An adult elephant can eat up to 300 pounds of food in a day. Now, elephants are very social animals. Elephants do live in a herd. but the herd of an elephant is made up of a matriarch. So that means that it's almost exclusively females. Females are in charge, and females will spend
there's a
pretty
baby.
much their entire
There's a baby.
lives together from the moment they're born.
There's a little baby one.
Straight up into the air, about 6 feet. Shrimp they like to eat, which is very rich in beta-carotene, which gets absorbed through their feathers and comes out that pink color. So when flamingos hatch out, they actually hatch kind of white. So you can see the white rhinos are pretty social. They like to spend time together. A group of rhinos is called a herd. As we make this turn here, we'll keep a close eye as they are the fastest land mammals. Cheetahs can run to speeds of about 6. Ooh, now I can see one of the female lionesses kind of hanging out close to the tree. Go out and do the hunting. The males will stay back. They guard the territory, and they're going to take care of the cubs. But that's only if there are cubs. If there are no, they can cover anywhere from 10 to 16 feet in a single PSI to break one, which means an average-sized human can stand on an ostrich egg and a woodbine. They're a miniature goat. They come from West Africa. These goats are pretty great because unlike other dairy-producing animals, they're quite small. So they don't take up a lot of space. They don't take up a lot of resources. However, their milk can still be made into a number of different products. Anything ranging from butter to cheese to soap. We can even make chapstick out of it. Now my friends, right next door to us here as well as some new ones. Over there, they'll have some more okapi, and they have an underwater viewing area for the hippos. They have a different type of...
All right, we just finished. It was very fun, very, very cool. Strongly recommend you guys to at least consider going on this ride. Very, very fun. And it's really, really just fascinating to see all these beautiful animals. But now, we don't know what we're going to do. We're probably going to hang out, and then we have Fast Pass later today. So I'll see you then.
Mom, look. That person has to
This is gonna be so fun. All right, here we go. Now this is gonna be a very, very, very fun water ride. Never gone on it before. This is my very first time. This will be very, very cool. And it looks like we are now entering the Fast Pass line, which looks pretty long for Fast Pass, or Lightning Lane, I guess now. All right, here we go. We have about 15 people in front of us, and then we're gonna get on. Now obviously, since this is a water ride, I'm not gonna film it at all. I might film a few parts here and there where I feel like my camera's gonna not get wet, but for the sake of being able to still film a video with good quality and not having the camera destroyed, I'm not gonna film. Now that is gonna be cool. All right, looks like that one right there is most likely gonna be ours. It's gonna be very, very fun. Yeah, check out that lift over there. It's gonna take us very high up, and it has a very big drop over there. It'll be very fun. All right, the water ride was really, really good. A little bit soaked, not super wet, but I will say that was very, very fun. Now behind me, you can see Mount Everest. That is gonna be a very, very fun one. That Fast Pass starts in about 20-30 minutes. That'll be very, very fun. Obviously, that is probably the number one roller coaster I will not film on. I don't even know if I'm gonna even take my phone on that roller coaster, but that's gonna be very, very fun. I'll definitely be filming once we get up to it. Now we're gonna be taking a family picture right here. You can see the camera of that. We've taken hundreds of today, but I will say this morning it felt really good. It is definitely starting to get hot. I feel like temperature-wise it's not super hot, but I feel like humidity-wise and no wind and hot temperatures just really does not mix together. So You see my face, I'm completely soaked. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. We're gonna go get on Mount Everest. This is gonna be a very fun ride. Check this out. Very fun. Maybe we might even be able to see one go. Maybe. But we're gonna go ahead and go on this right now. And for the most part, I'm not gonna be taking my phone on this. And I'll see you guys after we get off. All right, we just finished with Mount Everest. That was absolutely incredible. To be honest, a second fast pass would be great, but the line is very long. And sadly, we don't have 2 fast passes. But we just got Mickey Popsicles because it is brutally hot here. Very humid. But really, we're probably going to be doing Dinosaur and then going back to the Polynesian. Wow, what an entrance. That is insane. All right, we just got here. We're going through this super cool room. This queue is incredible. And then check out this room. Wow, now that is cool. Absolutely insane. Oh, wonder what the lights are for. Oh, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Interesting. Well, this is very cool. I'll see you guys when we get into the other room. Here we go.
I'm Dr. Marsh, director of the Dino Institute, and I hope you enjoyed those quaint exhibits in the old wing. That's how dinosaurs have been presented to the public since the study of fossils began over 150 years ago. Today, that bare bones approach is about to become extinct in a perfect blend. That's proprietary. But the result is a breathtaking journey through a prehistoric world where you will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
All right, I'm not gonna be filming on this one. I'll see you guys after we get off. All right, we just got off that ride. That was so fun. Really strongly recommend you guys to go on that. If you guys have not, very fun experience. I will say, definitely a thrill type of ride. It shakes you all around, but I will say, very fun. So now, that's basically really the last thing we really wanted to do today. So we might do a few other things in Animal Kingdom, but for the most part, the main plan is to go back to the resort, go back to the Polynesian, and swim, have dinner there, and then we have reservations for Ohana later tonight. So that'll be very cool and a really fun experience. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, that is a very insane view. We're going to take one more picture and then we're going to head out, go to the buses and head back to the resort. Alright, we are just now getting to the bus stop, the bus station. Can't even think it's so hot out here, but it's like the hottest it's ever been. It felt so good this morning. But it's gotta be maybe the hottest it's been throughout the entire trip. I'm like absolutely dying right now. But it'll be very nice to get back to the resort, get on this freezing cold bus, and go on from there. Alright, this was fun. I will say, check out all these docks, completely empty, and then look at ours. Ours is completely full. Just keep that in mind if you're staying at the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian. Keep that in mind. This is most likely how it is going to be if you're here. So, just keep that in mind. Let's go get on this bus, and I'll film. Yeah. Now that is cool. But we just got here. Looks good. beautiful, beautiful resort. But I will say, very tired. So we're probably just gonna go up to our room, relax for like 15, and then we're gonna grab our cups, and then we're gonna probably go to like Captain Cook's or something and get some delicious lunch, and then go on with the day from there. Probably go back to the room, change and swim, hang out around the resort. There's a lot of fun stuff to do, so this might be a good day to just really check out the hotel. Really just have a lot of fun. All right, we just got into Captain Cook's. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our food, and we did a mobile order, so should be ready in the next 5 minutes, and then I'll see you guys when we pick it up. We just got our food, looks really good. I got a cheeseburger with bacon on it and chips. Another burger with fries, pizza, other food, and more burgers. And we also got some really good drinks too. Looks very delicious. All right, we just finished lunch. It was delicious. And I completely forgot to film. Don't know why I forgot, but we got a ton of beautiful shirts. Very, very excited. Got some beautiful Polynesian clothing, so that'll be very, very fun to wear after this trip. But very, very excited about this. We're heading to the room to change, and then we're gonna go up to the pool. So I'll see you guys most likely when I film next. Most likely at the pool, I'd assume. So, yeah. All right. So it's been about 3 hours since I did my last update, my last filming. So I will say a big thing that happened was we didn't go swimming, obviously, but we ended up going to bed for 2 hours, and now we're going outside, going to dinner reservations, and it's downpouring. All right. So I just walked through that really quickly, but a big update was we were extremely tired. We actually went up to our room, and they're cleaning it, so they told us to come back in 30 minutes. We ended up going in the lobby and just kind of waited for 30 minutes, and we all were falling asleep. We've been here for quite a few days, lots of sleep. Well, probably not the best day to wear Crocs. And so you guys are probably all wondering where we are going now. We are all super dressed up, and we're going to our Ohana dining reservations. We had no clue it was gonna rain. Throughout, just the storm came out of nowhere, and now it's starting to downpour. That classic Florida weather, extremely unpredictable. So we all went to bed. We were gonna sleep for an hour and then go swim for an hour, but we ended up sleeping for 2.5 hours, and yeah. All right, here's Ohana. Just got here. We just checked in on our phones. Hopefully, we should get seated in about 20-ish minutes. But check that out. It is downpouring out there. Yeah, look at the glass. That's pretty cool. Doesn't look like it's raining a ton, but that's really, really hard rain. It's absolutely downpouring right now. All right, here we go. And it looks like we have an insane table. Wow. Whoa, I'll be taking this one. And this will be extremely enjoyable. What an insane view. All right, we just got our first part of it. We got some bread, 2 salads, and butter. Lots of waters. So far, it's looking pretty good. All right, we just got our food. Looks delicious. This is the second wave. Looks delicious. All right, we got some really cool shrimp and some really good stuff there. Looks really, really good. All right, we just got a grilled chicken. This is gonna taste incredible. Check out this view. You can see the castle and you can see the train station.
Oh yeah, I'm doing radiology. Lydia. Oh yeah.
On a custom, we have Lydia.
Check this out. That is dessert. Looks so good. All right, look, there's now a show happening outside. That is so cool. Wow. The lightning is brutal right now. I don't even know if there's gonna be fireworks. All right, we just finished dinner. That was absolutely incredible, but check this out. Happily Ever After is now going on. You can see the fireworks right here. Let's check out the show really quickly. Oh, that's cool. Maybe we should go up here. Let's go up here. It's raining like crazy.
We are at the Polynesian and these are the fireworks that went off over Cinderella Castle. Happily ever after. Mom.
Alright, and with that, today is going to be the end of the day. This, I maybe need some lighting, but we're just going to have to work with this. Just a very blurry picture. I will say today was a very, very fun day. Very quick day. There's a boat there, but Magic Kingdom just had their shows. Lots of people starting to leave, lots of boats coming back to the resorts. I will say today's gonna be the end of the video. Tomorrow is our break day, but we are still going up to Epcot. We're gonna go to Epcot. We have some dining reservations and a very cool behind the scenes tour to do tomorrow. So then we're gonna be coming back, hanging out, enjoying the pool, just possibly going back to bed again. And then we're gonna go back to Epcot for after hours. If you guys want to check that video out, I strongly would thank you all so much for checking that video out. But again, if you guys want to check out any of our other videos and you guys have not checked them out, please do so if you guys want. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. Before I do end today's video, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you not miss our video, and please like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.